This week I set myself a challenge to turn these unbearably stiff mannequins into these dynamic Loomis ones standing in perspective. And guess what? I failed miserably because I discovered something that not only made my figures more dynamic, but it actually changed the whole way I approach my drawing. So no, I did not manage to make a dynamic full figure, but I did manage to take this shitty box and turn it into something a little bit more dynamic and actually look like a figure, all while making a stupid amount of progress along the way. So the question is, what happens when you set a goal that is just way too big for you and you end up falling short? But as always, my week started super simple. Fucking boxes. I was stacking them, I'm queuing them all along an X and Y axis and then combining them both. It's not glamorous, but it is the backbone of everything else that I'm trying to learn. And pretty soon you're gonna see exactly why it is actually so damn vital. The big focus was mannequinizing these figures into more dynamic poses using this Loomis method. That was the challenge. Could I create 3 full mannequins standing in perspective that don't look like stiff robots, but something more dynamic? But here's the twist. Before diving into the new learning, I had to force myself to draw at least one of these stiff mannequins each day to consolidate my last week's learning. Why? Because what if the thing that's holding you back isn't the new skill, but forgetting the old ones? My goal was a full mannequin, but the second I started, I realized it was way too big. I broke it down into its biggest masses, the chest and the rib cage. And I instantly realized that this was going to be brutal. Placing the rib cage in perspective, it crushed me. My goal was way too ambitious for where I'm at, but here's the thing. What if that's not actually a bad thing? So I scrapped the full mannequin and I set a new goal. Keep it simple, stupid. Just do the torso. Forget the rest of the figure. I reevaluated and I adjusted. So the entire week became one simple problem. How do I turn a box into something that is more dynamic and alive? And that's where the breakthroughs happen. By slowing down, I figured out 2 things. First, a method that actually helped me progress without drowning in tutorials. My method is pretty straightforward and pretty simple. Watch a tutorial or a demo and draw along. Remove the demo and attempt it on your own. Change the angle and test if you can build it from your imagination. You're going to apply it to a reference. Trace over it, find landmarks, and then draw next to it. Remove the reference and try again, but most importantly, analyze, fix it, and repeat. The second part was unlocking a method and a workflow for this Loomis rib cage. I'd start with a box to anchor the perspective and draw the egg inside. I'd run a cylinder through the top to help visualize the chest, and then I'd cut out the bottom of the rib cage. Wrap the chest around the cylinder and the egg. It's like building a house properly instead of just throwing up walls and hoping that it stands. And here's the kicker, I realized that all these box mannequins that I've been drawing, they're not separate, they are the foundation. I've been thinking about these exercises and my past learning as something that had already happened. I wasn't connecting the dots between previous learning and current learning. So instead of tossing it away, I layered it. And then it got me realizing, which is so stupid when you think about it, what if all that previous stuff isn't being replaced by new learning, but it's being stacked on top of each other? If I could go back a week, I wouldn't actually change anything, but I would make sure that I remember these 4 key things that would make my progress so much faster. Don't leave past learning behind, build on it and never forget it. If the perspective is crushing you, step back and fucking boxes. If you don't get it, don't rush forward. Take 10 steps back if you have to, and then draw 10 more of the thing until it clicks. The feedback is vital. Study your work, spot the errors and fix them. Because what if the difference between a breakthrough and burnout is just slowing down long enough for the lessons to actually sink in? So yes, I completely failed and I did not achieve what I had set out to do, but I did walk away with something better. I walked out with an understanding and a foundation for my learning. Next week, there'll be some new challenge and some new learning that I'm going to share with you. If you've somehow made it this far, subscribe, leave a like. It'll help me grow and it's going to help you as well. See you in the next one.